Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live stream today, which is gonna be Mechwarrior Tactics. My name is Totalbiscuit, and I'm joined by my opponent, the dirty clanner, dirty clanner, Joe Vargas. Welcome.
Shut up, inner sphere scum. Are you ready to get your ass kicked?
We'll see about that word. Has it you're a freeborn?
Bite some dust.
Sorry, can't hear you over the sound of ERPPC, but do carry on.
Oh man, I'm so ready to kick your ass.
Yeah,
because you don't know, I played
that.
the tabletop, I played almost all the Mechwarrior games. I'm ready to kick your ass.
Alright, you want to do a pop quiz? See just how much about Mechwarrior you really know?
Ooh, yeah, let's do it.
Alright, let's fire some questions at each other.
Okay.
Let's make it a little bit interesting. Start with something nice and easy. Nice and easy. What's the tonnage of a Daishu mech?
Oh shit! Whatever, you've got the fucking
I don't have shit up, man. I do not have a damn thing. I don't need it.
Are you serious?
I don't need it. What's the tonnage of a Daishu mech? Come on, come on.
I don't know the tonnage of a
Of course
Daishu.
you don't. Of course you don't.
I know popular things like what year was the Timberwolf made? Or what's the alternate name of the Timberwolf? The Mad Cat. And the Timberwolf is 75 tons. That's my favorite mech.
75-ton heavy assault. I get that. Yeah, Daishu was a 100-ton assault mech, man. It was a monster, absolute monster. Fantastic thing.
I didn't know about that. My favorite is Atlas, which this game had, and the Mad Cat.
Yeah. Nice.
That's pretty hardcore. Respect. Mechwarrior fans.
Yeah, those are the ones that all the casual fans like. Yeah, I can understand that.
Okay, screw you. I also like the Awesome because they're so freaking awesome. It's actually my second favorite.
Awesome,
and then the third one would be the Atlas.
Yeah. I like the Catapult, man. You know, I think it's just a great concept for a mech. It's just a giant firing platform. It's like, you know what we'll do? We'll make a reasonably tall mech and we'll strap the biggest missile launchers we can to the shoulders and see where it goes from there.
Yeah, I love those too. I prefer the Stalkers though, so that I can go just in case I get in trouble and fire off some lasers, put some space on there for some medium lasers.
Stalkers are meaty. They really, really are. I actually came up against them when I was playing against the developer, and it's like, oh wow, this thing isn't dying, isn't it? It's just I just keep shooting at it, and it's still okay.
Yeah. So do you already have your lance?
Yeah, I got my lance. I got a lance set up.
Ready already? Oh, I thought we were gonna do like a little bit of pre-game. Cause I've got my lance ready, but I was gonna like add some weapons and shit on my fucking awesomes.
Oh, you really want to tell me what weapons you're using? That seems like I'd be able to
figure
out things out quite easily.
We gotta keep that shit.
Yeah, I'd keep that a secret, man. Let's do it afterwards. Let's show our setup afterwards, and then we can tinker a little bit in the mech lab.
I'm so OP right now. You're gonna get your freaking ass kicked. But hold on, I gotta swap out one of my mechs. Well, I didn't know. I thought that we were going to do a little pre-game, so let me just
That's fine. I'll give you a chance to introduce the game while you're getting all of that set up. So what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen, is that the guys behind Mechwarrior Tactics said to us, we would really like it if you two killed each other. It's like, wow, really? Where do I sign up for that one? So Mechwarrior Tactics is a browser-based interpretation of the BattleTech tabletop game. So you will notice quite a lot of similar stuff from the BattleTech game that's been implemented into an online browser-based version of it. It runs in the Unity engine, and as a direct result, you've got hex-based, turn-based combat with a lance of up to 4 mechs, which are taken from fairly early-era BattleTech stuff. So don't expect to see any advanced clan stuff or anything along those lines. I'm talking
like the Mad Cat.
Yeah, no Mad Cats. You know, we're talking about Hunchbacks, Jenners, Awesomes, Catapults. You know, things like that, as opposed to the stuff that's a little bit further along the lines. So, you will be seeing some turn-based mech combat, very strategic, as you might imagine. And you also get to customize those mechs. You can equip them with a bunch of collectible items. It's kind of like a collectible card game in that respect. You collect various variants of the mechs, and you are able to then equip them with different items. You can also equip them with pilots and a couple of different things like tactics, and then you can go live and hopefully murder your opposition.
Yeah, you can throw some paint and some patterns on there.
Yeah, you can do that.
Which is pretty cool, and obviously it's free to play. It's a browser-based game. I think the cool thing about it is that other browser-based games or free-to-play games, you know, they want to charge you money to put paint schemes and patterns and things like that. In this one, you can actually find all those customizations, paints, and patterns in the card packs that you unlock. So it's got that collectible, you know, aspect, finding rare paint schemes and rare mechs and rare weapons. There's like commons, uncommons, rares, and ultra rares that you can find in these card packs.
Yeah.
And you don't have to pay for the card packs. I mean, you have the option to pay for card packs, of course, if you'd like, but you can also just grind out, earning, I think, an in-game currency called scrap. Which will also unlock the card packs.
Yeah, it's a fairly standard kind of free-to-play setup here. Currently in the closed beta, the actual business model hasn't really been nailed down. We're using a staging area here, which means that all of the costs are completely off. So don't even think that this is the actual cost of anything. But right now, as Joe's setting up his mech, I can actually show you like buying a card pack and see what happens. We can unlock something here with scrap. There we go.
I'm doing the same.
Yeah, I'll grab a card right there, and let's see what we get. So they're called stacks. Then you can open that, and you can see exactly what you get. So there we go. We got a rare epic. It's a rare Jaeger mech by the looks of it. Legendary Jaeger mech, also legendary Jenna. A couple of legendary weapons here and there. Now, these weapons aren't outright better than the regular stuff. Like, the damage that they actually do is identical. More often than not, the particularly rare variants have some interesting synergies, and they also have some interesting sub-abilities. So in the case of this one, for instance, when you're split firing, it gives you crit +5. So if you are firing on more than one target, you get a +5% critical chance. For Gut Punch, if your target is within 2 hexes, you get +3 damage. And also the different colors and even the different manufacturers actually play into synergies, because there are certain mechs which work better with certain manufacturers' gear and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's an interesting little setup, obviously, and there is an awful lot you can actually do with it. We should emphasize before we go into this, by the way, this is very, very much in closed beta. That means that you may see crashes during today's stream. The staging version is not entirely stable, and this is why you're not seeing a lot of this game so far, because it's very much in development. But the devs wanted us to have a look at it. I actually had a look at it at last PAX, I believe. We did some footage of the really early closed alpha. It's come along quite a bit since then, so it's nice to be able to finally get into a multiplayer match and kick the snot out of each other. Now, have you managed to customize those mechs of yours yet?
I have, and just to comment on it being a little bit rough, it has crashed on me, the Unity player, but one thing that really improved the play experience, at least for me, because I was like, oh, what, this is a little unpolished, the camera's fixed. The camera's not actually fixed. All you have to do is hold shift and then rotate around with your mouse, and that made, for me, being able to see a 3D plane instead of just a static over the head shot and then zoom in on the destruction, that made the game all that much better for me. But,
yeah, it's nice as well because you can zoom in and look at the mechs. The mechs, when you slap a weapon on a mech, it does show up on the mech. So, you know, it's not just like you'll throw in a bunch of weapons into hard points and the mech looks identical to what it looked like previously. It really doesn't. It's actually kind of neat.
Okay, give me one more second.
Sure.
I found an awesome pilot in one of the card packs.
You've just been spamming card packs while I've been out, haven't you? Yeah, I see how it is.
No, I hadn't. I opened 6. I mean, you opened 6. So what I'm gonna do?
I opened 6. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna take. You liar! We're both lying out our ass.
I'm not saying that I opened up 350 card packs before this stream, but.
Okay, hold on. I just took off the pilot from one of my mechs here, and as you can see, it's a little red triangle telling you, hey, do not launch without throwing a pilot in there. In fact, I don't even think you can launch.
No, I don't believe so. You can get into a situation where you can just like throw a generic pilot in there, or you can have a named pilot. They give you, I mean, I'd say they give you minor advantages, but I mean, if I have a look at the pilot cards, they're actually kind of interesting because they have a bunch of prerequisite conditions to kick in their bonuses. A regular, like, generic pilot is about 5% worse than a named pilot, but named pilots have some bonuses that you can activate. Like, if you have all foil cards on your mech, you can activate this guy's first ability, which is Mouser, which does extra damage to light mechs. If it's got 2 SRM missile systems on it, then you get a bonus for split fire. If he's in a medium mech, you get a bonus for alpha strike. That's the kind of way that it works. It's really kind of strange, honestly, but it's cool nonetheless.
Yeah, let me say, I just say, so Angryjoe and my mech, my pilot's gonna be Feng Lei, I think that is. Feng Lao.
Oh, you got Feng Lao? Yeah, I've got like 5 of him.
And if you have a high enough level pilot, this guy's a veteran mercenary, then you can use these tactic slots, which open up, which further vary, you know, what your particular mech is good at. And this one, I don't really want to say, right. But it is Striker, which if the target's within Striker, 5 hex, within 5 hexes, you get a hit bonus of 15%. So I'm gonna be in TB's face.
Yeah, we'll see if that's a good idea for you. Are you about ready to rock and roll?
I am. All right, so
cool.
I got my lance ready. I'm gonna hit unranked here.
Yep. We're going to be playing today on the Grove, I believe, which is a reasonably large map. It's a little bit jungly, which is always good.
Yeah. Are you going to invite me or am I going to invite you?
I guess I can invite you. I'm going to need to know...
What's your commander name?
That's a great question. That is absolutely a fantastic...
It's up here at the top. At the top, you see the Mechwarrior tactics, and then you've got your little avatar here.
Yeah, my name apparently is Totalbiscuit, so, I mean, you may be able to invite me that way. Give that a shot and see if that works.
Okay.
It may be that we'll have to try and we might need our kind of default names, which are a bunch of random numbers, so you'll have to give us a moment on that one.
Yeah, it just says waiting for opponent, so I'm not sure that that was you.
Okay.
But here's a cool tip. You see over at the top, you've got an avatar and it's empty, just an empty screen. You can actually click and drag any card and put it into that little avatar slot. So if you like a pilot you can throw it up there. Yeah, it just says waiting for opponent here, so I do not see...
Yeah, I'm not seeing any missions up. It may be that we have to use... I think we have to use our main username, so let me just get that for you. Because it's a bunch of numbers, and I'll be damned if I can remember what those are, so... Give me a second, and then we'll get into this. The challenge system is, if I recall correctly, it's kind of play by email style. Like, you can take your turn, and then you can go and play someone else's, so... Alright. Yeah, commander name for you is Angryjoe. Let me just try and toss one in your direction. See how that works, Angryjoe.
Well, here's the problem. I'm still waiting for opponent, and I can't cancel out on my lance, the berserkers. So I'm not really sure. Because it's a browser-based game, I'm just gonna hit the reload button and see if that'll drop me out of looking for that opponent.
Yeah,
because it's very early, like very early beta. I don't know if they have an actual cancel button yet on the invites.
Probably not.
Because if not, oh fuck! My whole lance is there. All my fucking customizations and shit is right there. I'm not launching without that fucking squad. I'll tell you that much.
I know. You've been grognarding over that thing for the past week.
You would be too, man. These are your mechs and they're your
pilots. I don't have time for that. Good lord.
You need to go in.
I'll rock and roll with what I've got. I'll be fine. Yeah, I've got waiting for opponent here as well, so I'm going to try and get this sorted out
Okay, if you just reload it, then you'll get the cancel. Oh, I see Totalbiscuit.
You got it?
Okay, outstanding game invites. Okay, let me cancel for waiting opponent. I got my lance back.
All right.
Now I should be able to accept. Yeah, so accept challenge down here. Got it.
Okay, all right, well, let's see if this one goes through then. Hopefully it will, in which case we'll be able to get into the game.
Yeah, and you'll see there it says on a mission, and then I have the option to press the button to take a turn. So it's almost like a sort of like a, you know...
Have you... What the hell, Joe? You've got 4 assault mechs and 7,000 points. You cheating son of a bitch. Look at this thing.
Well, you think I'm going to use some freaking tiny-ass mechs? I'm using the mechs that I love.
Are you kidding me? You have 2, 3 awesomes and a fucking stalker. What the hell's wrong with you?
Are you scared? Are you
scared? Have 2,000 points more stuff than I do. That's not exactly fair, is it?
Well, you didn't even tell. Hey, wait a minute. You're gonna tell me that we were gonna customize our mechs to the best of our ability, using our knowledge and squeezing out every bit of power. Don't lie to me, TV, that you didn't try to do that same shit.
Are you kidding me? Look at my mech setup. I've got a medium mech, a heavy mech, an assault mech, and a light mech. Not four assault mechs, you cheating son of a bitch. Look at this.
Cheating. You didn't tell me what point value we were going to use, did
That's
you?
bollocks.
Did you tell me what point value we were going to use?
That is absolute bollocks. Look at that.
I'm going to stop you so bad.
Well, of course you are. You cheated. Good lord.
Right. Cheat. Stop whining like a little girl. You didn't tell me the point value. That's your fault.
Screw it. Let's do it anyway. I don't care. All right, you've got 4 assault mechs and you're pretty much guaranteed to win. All right. Yeah, you remember the last time you got absolutely trounced in XCOM. This is why, isn't it? Yeah, I see how it is.
I tell you what, if you want, we could do a match afterwards where you tell me the freaking point value instead of build your best mechs. All right, so the first phase here is the attack phase. Yep. If you have some really long-ass range weapons, then you can do it. But as you can see here, the red hexes are going to be the weapons on your torso, and the blue hexes are going to be the weapons on your arm. Those are the arcs. Yep. And as you can see, nothing is in range right now, so I'm just going to end the attack. And it'll switch over to the movement phase, and we begin whooping ass.
Indeed, yeah. You also have to rotate the torso every now and again because weapons do have a specific arc of fire. So last thing you really want to do is end up in a situation where you get shot at and you can't return fire because your mech's angled in the wrong direction.
So when you click on an individual mech, you've got to choose between walking or running. Running is going to expend more heat, and
yes, it does.
Less. But since we are a little ways away from each other, we got some options.
Do your options involve cheating? Because you're pretty good at that.
Oh, stop whining! You said bring the best mech.
I did not say anything of the sort. Thank you very much.
Whose fault is that? I was gonna bring my best because I thought you were gonna bring your best.
Oh please.
Oh, please? Whatever.
Freaking 3 awesomes and a stalker. What the fuck? You asshole.
That's what you were going to bring. I thought you were going to bring it hard.
Yeah. I'm going to bring 3 awesomes and a stalker. Good lord. What the hell's wrong with you?
Oh my god, we're gonna get that whole game, aren't we?
Pretty much. That's how it's gonna be.
Why didn't you say anything? You didn't say a damn thing.
Oh, I tell you, if you end up losing to me at a 2,000 point advantage, you are never gonna live it down. I'm not gonna let it happen.
Ooh, TV's putting his thinking hat on. Here we go.
Alright. So what we just got there, at least what you saw on my screen, you should have seen it on Joe's as well, was the kind of presentation phase. That's where everyone's moves play out at the same time. So in this case, you do your attacks, then you do your movements, and then you let it happen. So they both resolve at the same time. You don't know what your opponent's going to do. You have to just try and figure that one out for yourself. Attack range.
Alright, we're looking. We got the Jenner in range of some guns here. If you click on the enemy, pop up will happen, and you got some the different weapons that your mech has. Button here at the bottom is called the Alpha Strike, and that just means shoot all fucking available weapons. Fire everything!
In other words, the best way of dealing with anything. You should bear in mind, of course, that even if you're in range, there may be intervening terrain which actually prevents you from firing. So it's always good to try and figure out whether or not that's going to be the case.
Yeah, and so I'm going to reevaluate what I just did here, this attack that I am doing. I don't think that is the best idea, because if you look there at the bottom left-hand corner, you've got basically a little status screen for your mech. So you can get the health values. If you click this button, the pilot comes up. You click that, you get the weapon readout. But the most important thing is the red number and the blue number. The red number means if you fired all weapons available on the mech, that's how much heat you're going to do. For this particular one, it's 30. And as you can see, my coolant every turn is only going to cool me 28. So if I fired everything, I didn't optimize this mech very well, the mech would shut down. So instead of firing everything, I'll go ahead and disable one of those, and you can see that's only 20 heat as compared to 30. So we'll go with that. That way that mech doesn't shut down. So you gotta play it smart. Yeah, and the little indicator says right here, intervening terrain.
Yep.
So that you'll see that you cannot fire. You can also press the M button to see what terrain is actually intervening in these trees up in here.
You can see it right there. There's basically intervening mountainous areas that also give you elevation bonuses. If you hide in the forest, you will gain a hit advantage in the sense that you will be harder to shoot at. But if there's too much forest in between you and the target, you will not be able to shoot. If I recall correctly, it's like three light forests, or like 1 heavy forest and 1 light or something. That will block it. And then, of course, there's rivers as well. Admittedly, they impede movement for the most part. They don't impede you shooting. Alright, well, my movement's been submitted.
Almost done.
Oh, does it take that long to press the I win button, Joe? Really?
Oh my god.
Still so sore. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I hear salt. I hear an awful lot of salt from XCOM right now. Was that the best shot you had? That wasn't very good. Good lord. Taking a pot shot at my Jenna there. My Jenna's like, nope, don't care. Lol, lol, lol.
Yeah, don't care. Hiding behind the bush.
Hey, it's like I'm gonna stand in the way of freaking PPCs. Like, what guns has that thing got? What do you got? PPC, PPC, PPC. You got 3 PPCs on that thing.
Hell good yeah, lord. That's what awesomes are fucking good at. 3 PPCs. Don't forget the laser, just in case.
Oh no, the small laser. Whatever shall we do? Oh god. Oh yeah, we'll see how well that works out for you.
Oh, it's gonna work out real nice. Yeah. Real nice. Them's fighting words for what you did to me, son. I brought my posse. You think you got the edge on me in strategy game?
No, not at this point I don't know, because you're a cheating son of a bitch.
Stop fucking complaining. You didn't lay out any rules, so I thought we were just gonna go all out.
Please.
And that's what we were doing, all out. Movement phase. Let's do this shit.
Yeah, we'll see. We will see how that one goes for you.
Okay, so I can't get past this river, and it's because you can't run past the river. No. They want you to walk very cautiously.
Yeah, because otherwise you trip over on a stone and fall flat on your ass. It doesn't really work out so well for you. Yes. What I'm doing right now is I'm targeting one of Joe's mechs. I can target on a weapon-by-weapon basis. There are some weapons and some pilots that actually get a bonus for so-called split attacks.
I didn't know that you could do that. Oh, you saying you're splitting your fire?
Maybe I'm splitting my fire.
Actually targeting a specific weapon on my mech, like taking off like an arm.
No, you can't do that. You can't currently call shots as it stands. That's not part of the game right now. So, okay, let's see what else we've got here. Oh, my Jenna's certainly not in range. I can hit you with that though.